This is the Chief Light Adventure to Wroclaw in Poland, and let's start Chief Light Adventure off by going to the Sky Tower, the tallest building here, and let's try infiltrating it. But before that, let's take a look at a shopping centre underneath. This has some Schindler Eurolifts. It's Sky Tower infiltration time. This tower has got entry barriers to stop people going in, but just like most skyscrapers in Poland, it's rather easy. So I went round to the back entrance where the barriers are, but security can't directly see these. There's a camera pointing at them, but I walked directly up the barriers and stepped straight over them, quicker than what security can notice. All of the lifts in this tower are Schindler Iconics. This tower has got 3 sets of lifts, a set of 4 metre a second Schindler service lifts, a set of 5 metre a second Schindler destination dispatch main office lifts, and a set of 6 metre a second lifts to the upper residential floors and viewpoint. And you're meant to pay to go in the viewpoint, so let's see how far I can get. Let's first ride the 5 metre a second lifts with destination dispatch. So from the office floors on this lift, you can't get to the stairs, so back down to ground floor and along to the 4 metre a second service lifts. All the floors are locked off, so I had to wait for someone to get in it so I could press a floor. After this, I went down to a ground floor and tried to find the 6 metre a second lifts, but it's in a completely separate section of the building segregated to this, with a separate reception who were more closely monitoring who was going in. So the only way to get up there would be to walk up all the stairs to get to them. I thought walking up the stairs would take too long, so I went back to service lifts in the hope that someone would call it up to an upper floor so I'd have less stairs to walk. And as I'd been hanging around for too long, security were now onto me. Security were watching me on camera at this point and came and kicked me out. Ah, that's so annoying! And now I go along to Wroclaw Glowny. It's a central train station in Wroclaw. It looks very nice, it's very well lit, and guarding the entrance to the station is an angry turret checking who is going in. So along into the station, which has some very nice glass egolisks. And up to the platform, and the station looks very nice. And here comes the train in backwards. And no, I have not reversed the footage. They're actually driving in backwards with someone at the back of the train telling the driver when to stop. I don't think this would pass health and safety in England. And here's a modern train departing. And along I go to the station hall, and this area looks very nice. And along to a very nice cone eco-disc MX20, which is absolutely epic, but sadly the lift does not go as fast as it could do. Maybe that's just so it lasts a long time, I don't know, but it's very epic. And along to an unfriendly automatic door which opens for me, but as you try and walk through the door it closes and slams into you. Fucking hell. And now along to the place where I was staying. It is a very basic hotel room, there's nothing really wrong with it, it's quite nice. This cost I think about £15 a night, and on the wall it says London, because I'm definitely not in Wroclaw, I am in London. And now I go along to the next shopping centre, which is Mongolia Park. This shopping centre is fairly nice. This has some cone eco-discs. And this statue of people sinking into the ground is very interesting. I do not know what it represents, but it's quite thought-provoking. And now I go along to Wroclaw Old Town. This is what the Old Town looks like. Very typical looking Old Town. I don't have much to say about it. This is where all the tourists go. But I'd rather leave the old town and look for some more lifts. So along I go to this tram stop in the middle of Wroclaw, which is very nice. It's a very big tram stop, lots going on, and it's got a glass ThyssenKrupp lift. And into the shopping centre here, which has some nice eco-discs. And now I go along to the next shopping centre. This has some very big Otis lifts. This shopping centre is very nice and it's got a very high ceiling. go to the next lift, which is a really nice Schindler 5400. This is a really big lift, looks quite impressive on top, and it goes 1.6 meters a second. And let's surf it. And now along to the next shopping centre, which is Wroclaw. Let's take a look around this very nice shopping centre. And it's got some really nice Schindler 5500s. This shopping centre has an underground bus station. Let's take lifts down to this bus station.
Floor -2.
And this bus station is very interesting. And now we go along to some tower blocks, and these tower blocks look really nice, especially all of the animals they've got painted over them. This is a really nice paint job. Makes me wonder, did the workers actually paint all of this themselves, or did some artist have to paint it? I really would like to know. I would be beyond the skill of an average worker in England. Any of those tower blocks look really good. Sadly, the lifts are very boring. And let's surf it. And along the roof area to the next part of the tower block, which has a swing door lift but sadly also modernised. And by the tramway there's a load of rooks. Rooks are part of the crow family and are very intelligent birds. They are self-aware, which means they are aware of their own life, which is a level of intelligence above most animals. But this way, as a level above most cats and most dogs, apart from maybe sheepdogs. And as these rooks are very intelligent, they've learnt how to crack open nuts. And nuts are in hard shells, and they put the nuts onto the tram track, so when the tram drives over them, it breaks the nut open and the rook gets a juicy nut to eat. But sadly, when the rooks noticed me watching them, they got very suspicious of me and stopped doing this behaviour, and I wasn't able to film it. And now we go along to some very epic looking tower blocks. These even look slightly English. They look really spectacular, especially with all of the walkways. But sadly though, the lift's very boring and very slow. And now along to the grottest of the tower blocks I visited, and this one looks very epic indeed. It's got lots of graffiti, got swing door lifts, sadly though they are modernised. And now along to a modern ThyssenKrupp lift. Safety brake. And now along to the next shopping centre, which is Arcady. This shopping centre has some Schindler 5400s. I did film a whole section about how cheap food is in Poland, but I'm not going to include all of it, because if you look at my cheap adventure to Bucharest in Romania, food's even cheaper there. But nevertheless, there were some interesting things in Poland, such as that pizzeria thing, which is actually nicer than the version in Romania, although a bit more expensive. It costs £4 here. And also you can get quite a big Pizza Hut pizza, which tasted very nice, and it's only £4, which I thought was very good value. And now go along to a lift at a tram stop. This lift has a feature where you can cancel a call, and it is quite odd and feels quite Chinese. I can't take it seriously. And now along to some Otis 2000 lifts. The top floor of these lifts is locked off, but on safety brake the lift lost its position, got confused where it was, and went up to the top floor, even though the indicator thought it was still on the floor below. And let's take a look around this secret floor. And now along to Novotel. This building looks very nice on the outside, especially with the red and blue lights. And sadly the lifts are just Otis mod lifts. This building is combined Novotel and URBEX. In the Novotel section it looks like this. And down in the Ibis section, it actually looks a lot nicer, even though the Ibis is a lot cheaper. That is very weird. And the weird thing is, it's got all of the Ibis theming, including these pictures of very nice old lift motors, sadly on modern boring lifts. And now along to the Mercure Hotel. This sadly just has Otis lifts. Boring. And along to Ibis Styles, which has an ecodisc. And it's got some Schindler 5500s.
Piętro 6.
And along to his hotel that thinks itself really posh. It looks old, super posh looking, must charge quite a bit for this, but it's let down by having an absolute fucking shit lift. And now along to the airport. Let's take a look around. This airport has a glass ecodisc.
Floor -1.
Good idea.